This is Joe, Independent Line.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Mine is a kind of a two-part question. It appears from the ads on TV that since the court passed this based on the tax rather than the Commerce Clause, that there has been an ad indicating that this is the largest tax ever placed upon the American people. And I wanted to get both of your guests commenting on whether that is a legitimate claim. And two, any guesses as to what their ads would have said if it were passed on the Commerce Clause?
Well, we hear different things on that. That argument is made quite a lot, that such and such tax increase is the largest ever, and that runs into how you define it. Are you defining it in there's an $800 billion tax increase? That's certainly a large dollar figure, maybe one of the largest, but in terms of percentage of the economy or percentage of the budget, there are tax increases in the past that are larger than that. So I certainly wouldn't make that claim. It might be one of the larger tax increases we've imposed on poor and low-income individuals or on the young who are especially hit by the individual mandate. We've done a lot of work on the question of the taxes and penalties. We did a brief to the Supreme Court that on the question of whether it's a tax or a penalty that the dissenters drew from quite heavily. I've been very critical of Chief Justice Roberts' view his ruling that it is a tax and not a penalty, because that has a lot of unanticipated implications for state taxes and for the definition of tax and fee, which is very vital to taxpayer protections. Things like supermajority requirements, voter thresholds. You need to know what a tax is and what a tax is not in order for those provisions to have meaning, and that creates a lot of problems.
Dr.
Yes, I'd say that, so some people make the claim that the penalty that imposes the individual mandate by itself is the largest tax increase in history, and that's just not even remotely within hailing distance of reality if you focus on the amount of revenue that's going to be collected. It's quite small relative to many other tax increases we've seen. If, as Joe says, you expand it and you look at the tax increases in the bill as a whole, I would characterize it as being a significant tax increase. But again, if you go back in history, you can find ones that are bigger relative to the size of the economy.
In World War II, we expanded the income tax. At that time, it was a tax that really only applied to high-income earners. In order to help pay for World War II, we expanded it to nearly all Americans. That's certainly in my view, would probably be the largest tax increase in American history.
David Dyer adds this